It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Chicago and 7 p.m. in the Big Apple, New York City. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog Scipio, joined as I am, God help me, each and every week by Amelia the Pitbull Chapman. And this is America's Best Popcast. What's the buzz? How you doing, Amelia?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. What did you do?
It's a long day at work.
Long day at work. How about the
Oh yeah.
long weekend? Would you and Jeff and the fam do?
Just as usual, just stayed home and went to the store and just stayed home.
You really gotta get out.
I do.
Like go shopping or something,
Mhm.
you know.
I do. I have to get out
You
and do
buy
some.
stuff you don't need
Mhm.
and then so you can get out of the house and then bring it
Go
back
return it.
again. Yeah, so you can return it so you can get out of the house.
There
Exactly.
you go. Yeah.
That's a little trick my mother learned years ago. Because my mother's famous for buying shit and returning it. I don't know why, but that's what she does.
Mhm.
That's what she does.
Oh.
And she don't need to, but anyway. So listen, we decided
Mhm.
after some deliberation, we were going to talk about some good news.
Yes.
So we are going to have a different kind of show tonight
Yes.
and tomorrow.
Mhm.
Tomorrow's show, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Tomorrow's show, we're going to talk about being thankful.
Yes.
And what do you have to be thankful for?
No.
Well, we have a lot to be thankful for.
Yes, we do.
We have because we have a heck of a show here. And people like us and they're listening, and
Mhm.
I'm grateful and thankful for that.
Yes. Thank
But
you
I'm
so
grateful and
much.
thankful for a wonderful family and my wife and my daughter and all kinds of good stuff. So now, um, so tonight we're going to kind of lean into that by introducing the world to some good news,
Yes.
stories that don't make the news all the time.
Mhm.
It's easy because people watch it. It's
Yes.
easy to do, sensationalistic stories
Absolutely, it is
or,
because you don't get
yeah,
that
the,
much.
the negative stuff, right?
Right. That's
Because
all you
people,
hear.
yeah, because people will watch that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. No, but tonight, in honor of, a Santa being here, the Santa come to visit here.
Yeah,
By
it's
the
cute
way, check
Santa.
this out. Did I show you this yet? Look at this. Watch it.
It's
Look
cute.
at this, folks. Santa lights up.
Hey.
See that? He lights up. But I'm not gonna light him because first of all, he's really bright when you light him up. And so he's just gonna sit next to me. He's gonna like watch the show
And
tonight.
enjoy the show.
Exactly. So I bought this. I bought this with my own money.
How long have you had that?
About 3 days.
Oh, that's cute though, because I mean, you find stuff that you want to get, and then all of a sudden you say, you know what, I'm going to get that because I want to.
I did. I said, Anita said, "You want it?" I said, "Yeah, actually, I do. I'm going to buy
Yep.
it."
Yeah, that's what we did too. We went to the grocery store, and you know how they have those blow up things?
Yeah,
Actually found a snowman. And I thought, you know what, that'll be cute because it's Florida. We don't have snow. Why not have my own little snowman?
that's one word that'll get you beat up if in this house.
Oh,
No.
really? The snow?
Oh, Mrs. DeCipio, you kidding me?
Oh,
She will not have anything in. I'm not even lying.
hmm.
She will not have anything in this house that says "Let it snow" on it.
I don't blame her. I
But here's
really
the
don't.
funny thing. You ready for this one?
Y-
She loves snowmen,
Yes.
but she refuses to have anything that says "Let it snow."
Well,
Because
probably
my
because of
wife,
the weather.
my wife is a beach bunny. She
Yes,
loves the beach.
absolutely.
My wife lives on the beach. That's where she comes alive on the beach. Anyway, so tonight we decided, Amelia and I are going to do a show about good news. And tonight there is still hope left. Yes, folks,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, there are still good people left in the world. And by God, if you look hard enough, you can find them. And sometimes you don't have to look, they come to you.
That they do actually. You
So,
would be
and
surprised.
we have a show full of A lot of interesting stories, and now Amelia's got some interesting research that you did and some stories to tell. So, in honor of being thankful and things of that ilk, and the good news and passing on good news, I'm going to let you start off the show tonight. I'm gonna
Okay.
what you got. What did you find
Well, I mean,
interesting about people?
you can. It was a black woman that was on the side of the road. I guess her battery went dead, and a cop pulled in behind her. A white cop, really nice. You could tell because we were watching all the whole thing, and he actually got his battery cables out and started her car. And she had little children in
Why
the
is
in the
Can I
car.
ask you a question?
Sure.
Why was it important that it was a white cop and a black woman?
Because the way society is these days, how they say that white cops are
Because of
racist against black people.
the racial
Exactly.
thing?
Exactly.
I can, you know what? And I asked you knowing the answer.
Yes.
I asked you knowing the answer because it's funny that no matter what, even if you try to do something good for somebody,
Yes.
somebody's going to try and make it an issue out of it, either a
Absolutely.
racial issue, or they're going to try and escalate a situation that doesn't exist.
Right.
Um, and the police are famous for doing that.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I thought,
They,
what, this will be a good story to tell for the police.
yeah, it would be because the cops need some good press.
They do.
By the way, in the interest of full disclosure, and Amelia, tell me if I'm lying.
Mhm.
This show has reached out several times to police departments everywhere.
Yes, yes, we
Ladies and
have.
gentlemen, I can tell you, not one police department has ever agreed to be on this show.
They've
Why do
absolutely
you think
denied it
that might be?
because
Why
they
do you
think
think
that we're
that
going
is, Mel?
I think because they think we're going to pull them apart, tear them apart with questions bad to make them look bad, I guess.
Even when you tell them, look,
Yeah.
I want to bring you on the show to
Yeah.
I'll give you a perfect example. The show that we did about the boy in the box.
Yes.
The guy who found the boy in the box is still alive.
Wow.
He's still
That's
alive.
amazing.
He's in his 80s. Okay?
That
He's
is
in his like late 80s or actually early 90s now by this point.
Mhm.
And to think that he was a police officer at the time, a young guy, his first job on the police department.
first case, probably a first
It
official
was
big
one of
case.
his first case. It was his first homicide case for sure,
Wow.
right? A rookie cop, a rookie cop finds him,
Oh.
and I couldn't get that guy on the show because he didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, wow. I think it
And
was
I
probably
and
too
I said,
emotional.
I'm not gonna make you look bad. I'm not gonna make the police look bad.
Right.
I want to do everything I can to give you guys like all the credit, and he was just not having it. I How many times did we were going to do, what it takes to be a police officer?
We had put it on our calendar at least 4 times, and each
At
time
least, yeah, she
yeah.
knows because she does the calendars.
I do. I have one right in
You
front of me
know,
here. Yeah.
so
It
but yeah, and I understand. People say, well, what's that got to do with the cop being white and the woman being black?
Mhm.
Trust me, it's got everything to do with
It
it
does
because
have
people
everything to do with it.
they will make us stink.
Yes.
Somebody will make a federal case, pardon the pun,
Mm.
but they'll make a federal case out of everything today.
Oh, absolutely, because these days, cops can't get a good in, and now the black people want this and that, and then the
Hmm.
cops want, it's like this. It's like the judicial system, with the weighing thing. If you
Yeah,
put a rock on one, it's gonna layer like this. If you put the rock on the other thing, it's go like that. So
exactly.
you want to have a
What else
level.
did you find out interesting about people?
Well, I wanted to say something about my work. I'm not gonna mention where I work, but we decided to get some cups together and we bought some. So we put it in a little pool. So if anybody can't afford their copay, like a $5, $10 copay, we actually have enough money to pay for that for at least for a few people.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo. That, my friends, is innovation.
Yes.
That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. That's called being human.
Yeah, I work for a
Something
cancer
people
center.
forgot to do these days,
Yes,
being human.
absolutely.
I got one for you. You know how
Sure.
much I love TikTok, right?
Yes.
I'm laughing, folks.
Yeah, you
I've
have a
been
reason to be
very
laughing.
I've been brutal to TikTok. I got one for you.
Hmm.
This one comes right from ABC News. Teacher says she's thankful for receiving a kidney from a colleague. Where do you
Yeah,
think she found out about it?
probably
TikTok.
TikTok. Yes.
Yep. Here you go. Um, here goes another one. Woman gets kidney donor from TikTok.
There you go. You can find a lot of stories like that, and a lot of them are true
Yep.
stories. They have.
Here's one I bet you didn't hear of. Here's one. This is a good one. Trucker saves woman's life. Let me
Yes.
tell you what happened. There was a long haul trucker driving his rig down the road. He sees a car pulled over at the side of the road. He sees a woman next to the car. And he thinks that the woman is vomiting,
Oh my gosh.
right?
Right.
So he pulls over, he pulls his truck over real quick, and he gets out, and she wasn't vomiting. She
Hmm.
was holding her neck. She was choking.
Oh my God.
She was choking, and he managed to save her life.
That
She
is
had
amazing.
something she was eating when she was driving. Bad move, folks. Don't
That's
eat and drive.
exactly. That's the worst thing to do is to eat and drive.
Well, what happened, Amelia, was she got something stuck in her throat.
Hmm.
So, but she did have enough sense to pull over real quick. Thankfully, thank God. But when she got out next to her car on the side of the road, she was doing like this kind of motion, like,
Yeah, like yeah.
grabbing her throat. And he thought that she was, naturally, because it looked like that, looked like she was vomiting, heaving up.
Right.
And said, no, he gave her the Heimlich maneuver.
Oh,
He
fantastic.
grabbed her underneath and you pushed, and whatever got stuck popped right out of her mouth.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's remarkable. We got, let's see here.
That
What else?
happened to
Oh,
me
we
a
got
few
so
years
much
ago.
going on here. Here you go.
Mhm.
And this is, go figure, some people have so much talent,
Yes.
and then other people like me don't have shit, right?
I don't have any talent at all either.
A retired doctor, listen to this one. It's like you think to yourself, what could a retired doctor possibly want? He's
Right.
got money. He's got it. He plays golf every weekend. He gets right. A retired doctor wanted to live out his dream of becoming a lifeguard.
Wow.
So he went to lifeguard school.
And you just became a lifeguard just like that.
Just like that. Well, think about it. What do lifeguards do? They save people from drowning.
Yes.
He's a doctor. He's a doctor.
Yeah, so he already had the education pretty much already. He just
Yeah,
wanted,
pretty much. Yeah.
yeah,
He knows how to save people, and he's a good swimmer.
right.
That was a no-brainer.
You'd have to be a good swimmer. I would not make it as a lifeguard because I can't swim.
Here we go. This is an interesting case. Let me see here. There's a couple I wanted to hit you with.
Well, what happened with me too about 4 years ago, we were in a bad car accident, and of course my side got hit, and of course everybody was frantic, couldn't get me out. Here comes this good Samaritan out of nowhere and helps pull me out of the car
Really?
because the car was so bad. I thought it was going to go up in
Wow.
flames and stuff
Good for
like that.
you.
And so I thought, you know what? Thank you for that good Samaritan, whoever he was, because we never got to know his name.
Wow. Um, Here was an inspiring story. This is about a woman, a mother, that surprised her grieving daughter
Oh,
with a surprise from her late father. It says Natalie Crockett couldn't hold back her tears when she found a patch of her late father's shirt sewn into her wedding dress.
oh wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
with this, along with a special message.
Oh,
And yeah, this is for real. And her mother, I guess because she's creative with that
yeah.
kind of thing. People who sew.
Oh,
And
yes.
I can sew a little bit, by the way. I might surprise people, but I can. Um, but not like I don't have that kind of talent. But what she did was her father, obviously being deceased, could not attend her wedding.
Right.
But the mother made sure that he was represented there. So she took one of his shirts and made it part of her wedding dress. Isn't that
Oh, wow.
remarkable?
That is remarkable. Yes.
It really, really is. It really is. What else you got, Amelia?
Well, of course, here in Florida, as you know, we have alligators and stuff like that. So there was a gentleman that was seeing this little boy near the bank of the water. And of course, I don't know where the parents were. And here comes this good Samaritan and gets this little boy, saves him from being attacked from an alligator.
Wow.
As you can tell. And the little boy was only had like maybe 4 years old, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, at that age, and I don't know where the parents were, and I'm like, okay, you got to keep a better eye on your kids. But
Yeah.
thank you for that person to watch out for that alligator and save that 4-year-old little boy
Wow.
because they eat them up like that. I mean,
Oh my God, sure.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
happens recently now because of the
Alligators
water.
only do one thing. Alligators and crocodiles, all they do is eat.
Yes.
They are eating machines. That's all they do is eat. I got one for you.
Okay.
A 12-year-old girl helped her mother win the Boston Marathon.
That
I'm
is
sorry, not
fantastic.
win. Helped her mother, 12-year-old girl, I'm sorry, 10-year-old girl jumped out of the crowd to help her mom cross the finish line at the Boston
Oh,
Marathon.
that is good. Oh, wow.
Yeah. She was cheering her mom on so much she wanted her to like finish.
Yes.
She knew she wasn't going to win,
Right.
but at least she helped her finish. So she grabbed a hold of her mother's shorts, while
Yes.
she's running,
Hmm.
and she trying to drug her to
Said, come on, we're gonna go
the
through this.
finish line. Made sure she got, and she did. She got to the cross the finish line, and then they both collapsed on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, I love stories like that.
Oh, yes. But
It tells you the remarkable resilience of the human spirit, especially children who don't get enough credit.
oh, absolutely. Like 7, 8 year
They
old
really don't.
boys.
They don't get enough. I
They
don't.
don't.
And that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but but that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
I mean, 'cause
Um, I
like you
don't
said,
think kids get enough credit for the good stuff they do
no.
because, well, especially, and we talked about this before, especially nowadays, there's so much negative,
So,
so
so
much.
negative.
There's so many kids who just have no respect for anything,
Right.
and it makes it really hard for for the good kids.
Oh, yes.
And that's an ongoing story. That's as old as time itself. Because I remember when I was a kid, and I'm an old fart now, but I remember when I was a kid,
Mm,
the big thing was, you know, keep your nose clean. Don't hang around with them other kids. They're trouble. Yeah, and that the parents would say that. I don't want you hanging around with them. They're bad news.
right.
They get in trouble. They light fires and all this other shit. And most of the time, a kid is smart and he stays away.
Right.
Once in a while, though, you get a kid who wants to be bad and
Yeah.
who wants to hang around the kids that start fires and shit. I
Because
was
that's the only
never,
attention they'll get.
yeah, I was never one of those. How you want to say? I was never one of those troublemakers. I'm a boy, okay. So when I was a kid, I was a little mischievous.
Right. As little
But
boys
there's
are.
a big difference between being mischievous and bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, because you're
I
gonna
was
find out
never a
what.
bad kid. I was a bad adult for a little while.
Well, just
I
like
was a
me,
good kid.
I would always make sure that I was home on time, or my mom, because I was like, you know what, my mom's gonna worry about me,
Right.
and I don't want to put that my mom through something like that. It's like, where's
Oh,
my
sure.
daughter? Is she gonna be coming home? I didn't want to put my parents through that.
Oh, absolutely. Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, Here's an interesting little show and tell I put together. And
Can
you know,
we do a
everybody knows.
commercial break before we do
Oh,
that?
you know what? Yes, thank you for that. And I do want to hit it's we do it 7:20, folks, and 7:40 we do our commercial breaks. And sometimes Amelia and I get on a roll over here and we forget
Right.
to do this. But this is why she's getting paid. I mean, she's not getting paid the big bucks because she's supposed to remind me of this shit. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff. So why don't we do this? Let's take a word from our friends at Shopify, Spotify, and some of our friends at the Tom McDonald, Manscaped. We'll hear from all of them tonight. Okay,
Absolutely.
there you go.
Hey Max, what's going on? I'm X, and from this moment on, I'm going to be your own personal AI DJ on Spotify. Let's go. Up next, I know you've been on a summer song kick lately, so I went back for some of your old summertime favorites. See if it warms you up. Next up, some of the music you had on a lot back in 2018.
Do you think of me? Walking out there.
All right, Max, let's get you out of your feels and switch up the vibe. You've been into dance music lately. I got this brand new release to get you moving. Introducing DJ, the best of Spotify made just for you, one tap away. Powered by AI, delivered by me, your very...
Jess wanted to start a business when something surprising happened.
Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet.
She started crocheting, like a lot. And her friends noticed.
Jess, you need to sell those.
So she signed up for Shopify and started building her business.
Yes, I love that.
And after a lot of hard work, this happened.
Oh my gosh, I just made my first sale!
You see, every day, hundreds of businesses get their first sale on Shopify.
We got a ding!
And the next could be you. So when you're ready to bring your idea to life
And become your own boss.
build it on Shopify.
We are back on What's the Buzz, America's Best Popcast. I'm your host, Mad Dog DeCipio, joined by my co-host, my producer at large, Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman.
Yes.
Okay, when last we left, I got one for you.
Yes.
Talking about the good news. Talking about the good news. Yes, folks, there's still hope left. Surprising, but yes, there is. Tonight's show is the good news. I got one for you. Here you go. You know, because you're a great actress, apparently, you know. You know a lot about, like, getting to the theater on time and all this other stuff, right? Okay, so here's what they say. And by the way, this happened very recently, too. Flight attendants helped Aladdin actress make her Broadway performance. So let me tell you the backstory on this, because it's pretty remarkable. An actress named Michaela Renfro. Now, you probably never heard of her, okay? She was an understudy for the woman that was playing Jasmine in Broadway. Okay, she was the understudy. Guess what happened? She was on a flight back to New York City when she found out that she was now the lead.
Oh, wow.
She was now going to take over the lead role. Well, she didn't have any transportation to get there. So here's what they did. Delta Airlines, while she was still on the plane, hired a helicopter for her.
That is
got
Oh.
off the plane, onto the helicopter, and dropped her off on the roof of the theater.
Wow,
I'm not kidding.
that's good that she wasn't late for the show.
Yeah. They secured her a magic helicopter ride to help her make it on stage in time.
Wow.
And it don't get any better than that. How about that?
No, it don't. It does not.
That's called The Show Must Go On. By the way, that was September the 20th. So it was pretty recent in time here. What do you got for me, Mil?
Well, I have a military veteran who just got a first whole eye eyeball transplant in Arkansas, and it was a success. It took 24 hours and 140 surgeons to do that.
Wow.
And so
Really?
far, yeah, and it was the first successful full eyeball transplant.
Really?
Yeah, it took
How do they
140
do an
surgeons.
eye transplant? I never heard of it. I
No.
didn't know it was possible, to be honest with you.
They didn't either, and they did that in Arkansas, and it was a success. Took 140 surgeons in 21 hours.
140 surgeons
140 surgeons.
in 21 hours? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And what better person to give it to would be a military veteran?
Yeah, I mean, well, they do put their life on the line,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the people who watch the show, they know I'm not a big military supporter. I love the men and women who put their lives in harm's way, but I can't stand the military that forced them to do it.
Exactly. So that's
So,
why I think he was well deserved, and for that to be a success, that's amazing because
yeah.
how they have the bionic arms and legs and things like that, and now
Well,
eyeball.
not only that, Amelia, but think about, it's hard to get three people on the same page about anything.
Exactly, it is.
Then now you're talking about getting 140
40,
people
yes, in
on
Arkansas.
the same page. I wonder how they pulled that off.
Each person had to, I guess, had to make sure his heart was okay, his breathing was okay, he had enough blood,
Yeah.
maybe, and maybe the eyeball maybe had 2 different surgeons.
Yeah, it's remarkable. It really is.
It
Let's
is.
take a look at. We're going to do, our little show and tell here. Why don't we do
Yes,
this?
my favorite.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's take a look at this. Watch this. I'll tell you the story behind it.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you the story behind that man and them 5 dogs. And those of you who are listening on radio and have not seen the clip that we're talking about, this was in China, and there was a terrible, terrible flood.
Mm.
If you remember what this guy looked like, he was covered from head to toe in mud.
Mud, yes.
He had 4 dogs with him and was also covered from head to toe in mud. This guy rescued 4 dogs from this muddy flood. Remarkable human being. Not just 1 dog, 4.
Mm.
And he sat down, and you saw what he looked like. They were all the same color.
Yeah, all the same kind of dog. It looks like they were all in one family and got
Yeah,
lost.
not only that, but the man looked like the dogs, is what I'm saying.
I know, poor guy.
They were all the same color, mud.
Yeah.
Mud brown.
To risk your life like that for an animal, that is amazing. I love that kind of story.
Now, let me tell you about the next one. This is a heartbreaker. It's a heartbreaker and a heart maker, actually. The little girl was promised a puppy. Okay.
Aw.
Her parents were on the way to take her to get a puppy. And she saw this dog, a stray dog, on the side of the road. Well, she says, I want that dog. And they pulled over, and she said, well, what dog are you talking about? That one there, she said. Hiding in next to the doorway in that little
Right.
alley. Okay, and so, well, they said, that's we can't take that dog. That's not our dog. Come to find out, they could took it because it
Aw.
was a stray. They asked the people. You see, the dog is actually sitting in front of somebody's door.
Yes.
They said it's not our dog. You could, it's not our dog. You could take it if you want. And so with that in mind, the little girl proceeds to do this, which is absolutely remarkable. Watch this.
Oh,
Isn't that adorable?
that's so cute. I hadn't felt love like that in a long time. Oh,
She sat next to the dog and petted it and put her head on it and, made it nice and calm. And my
love
guess
dog.
is that they took it home with them. Now, everybody knows I love animals.
Yes.
Everyone knows that. I hate people, but I love animals. This is I wanted to put this clip here tonight because it really is kind of symbolic of all different sorts of people getting along. You've got 3 different kinds of animals here, all with one thing in common, just to get along. You got a bunny rabbit, a dog, and get this one, a baby deer.
Oh,
And they're all, I can't make this up, folks, they're all in a playpen.
aw.
All right? Amelia, take a look at this clip. Watch this.
Oh, they're so adorable.
And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can't survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you.
Not remarkable.
That is remarkable. Yes, I love that. Just
It's
right
a
across.
long road.
That
Oh,
man risked his life to cross a 4-lane highway to get a stray dog
yes,
that could easily have run out into the traffic and
and
gotten killed.
exactly. That is just so remarkable to do something like that. Even
Yep.
here in Florida, there's turtles. I mean, they're about this big, and of course, they cross the road real slowly. So we had to stop on the side of the road, and Joseph got out and moved the turtle to the other side of the road so it wouldn't get hit.
Yeah, well, now I don't know about Florida, but are they protected in Florida?
Yes, I'm pretty sure they are, but it's just so amazing just to see somebody
Because
just
I'll
stop.
tell you, here in New Jersey, and this is, you could go to jail for hitting a duck.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you why. Ducks in New Jersey, ducks and geese in the state of New Jersey, they have priority, especially if mama duck's got little ducklings behind
Yeah.
her. Okay?
Mhm.
You are not allowed to hit them. They're all tracked. If you hit them, they know it. And you will get a summons and you will go to jail and you will pay a hefty fine for hitting a duck.
Yeah, that's how they are here
Um,
with sand cranes, those real tall gray ones. Not flamingos, so they're sand cranes. That's how they are, and they travel
yeah.
in pairs.
Mhm. In our state, New Jersey, we are. This is a very, it's a powerful animal rights state,
Yes.
especially wildlife, and people don't understand that a lot of the wildlife is endangered now.
Oh, absolutely.
As more and more forests and trees are being removed,
Yes.
these animals have to find some place to go.
Yeah, where would they go? I mean, especially if they want to build a big highway with the 4 lanes and they have to interrupt their home that
Yeah.
they've had forever.
And I want to say something to people like Bill Gates. I want you to hear what I'm saying, Bill. I don't know you and you don't know me, but I know you a lot better than you know me. You know, you want all these trees to disappear. You want to cut down all these trees and you want to get rid of all the animals. But what are you going to eat, Bill? What are you going to eat? What other meat sources there left?
Right. Exactly.
People. You're gonna go eating people now? You're going to become cannibal? Oh, but I forgot, Bill. You already are. I forgot. You already are, Bill.
Yeah, he probably went to Epstein's, one of his islands, so he probably never know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. By the way, he's still around too, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to do another show next year. We're doing an update on the Jeffrey Epstein show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get in trouble for this one because we got some information don't nobody got.
Yeah.
And
You
this
have to wait.
came right from a 3-letter agency to me,
And you have to wait till next year to find out.
and that's for real. We have a clip I want to show you next. An interesting clip. You know when you fight with somebody and you feel bad and
Yes.
you try to make up?
Absolutely.
I want you to take a look at these two gorillas. These two gorillas here, they're actually brothers. They're siblings. Watch how the one, it's cute and it's funny, but I just watch how they react. That's all I'm going to say. Watch this. He's trying to reach out to his brother.
And he's like not having it.
And exactly, the brother said not having it. Now, you'll notice what he did.
Mhm.
He moved back. He gave his brother a little room.
Yeah, to calm down, and we'll talk about this later probably.
Yep, exactly. Now, this one here is heartbreaking. This is what humanity does. And let me give you the backstory on this. And everybody knows this little video. A little baby fell into the gorilla pit in China, is at a zoo. This child fell into the gorilla pit, okay, and was temporarily knocked out.
Oh my gosh.
The gorilla went over and picked up the child to protect it. The zookeepers thought that the gorilla was attacking the child. And after they safely got the child out of the gorilla pit, they killed the gorilla.
Oh my gosh.
Watch this. This is still today not over. This is still going on. Now, does that look like he's hurting him in any way?
Not at all. He's protecting him so he won't go down that current.
Yeah, he's pulling him out of the way. Look.
Yeah. Innocent animal.
Yeah.
Died for that.
Now, you heard me say earlier, it's hard to get 2 or 3 people on the same page to do anything these days, right?
Correct. Yes.
Let alone 140 surgeons.
Yeah, 140 surgeons is a lot.
How about getting 100,000 people to do the same thing?
So, wow.
In New York City, of all places.
That city, yeah, especially that one.
Yeah, especially New York. Well, let me tell you what happened here. Almost everybody and their brother came out, even those that weren't Catholic, came out to join a parade, a peace parade. This is called the Procession of the Eucharist. And the Catholic Church does this. They've been doing this for a long time in New York. It's never been this big, ever been this big. you're going to see all kinds of people in here who obviously are not Catholic. Like, what do I mean by that, Mad Dog? Well, you're going to see rabbis who are not Catholic. You're going to see Chinese monks that are not Catholic.
From everybody from a different religion coming together.
Exactly. So take a look. And they're all singing too, by the way. I love this. Look at this. That's a dog and a cat, by the way.
Oh, that's so cute.
The dog and the cat are holding each other. They're sleeping, and the dog is snoring. I can't make this up. Listen to
so
this.
Cute.
Listen to him snoring.
You can't make this up.
Now, by the way, that man at that park with those swings that you're looking at, those are not children. Those are not children on them swings. Those are his dogs.
That's amazing. That's adorable.
I can't make this. His dogs like the swings. Watch this shit.
We're not little kids.
I am going
You have to.
And again, in New York City, only in New York will you see this craziness. Watch this.
Are you getting this?
What you, Amelia, tell everybody what they just saw.
What was it? A lot of balls or something coming out of there?
No, Amelia, take a good look at what's in there. Take a good look. Put your
All
glasses
right.
on.
Okay. Are you getting this? Apples.
They're apples. Yeah. In case people don't know what we're talking about, a subway train, a long car subway train, listen to me. A long car subway train opened the doors and unloaded like 1 million apples.
So here you go.
All over the concourse in Grand Central. Why? I don't know. Somebody had a wicked sense of humor.
Or to feed.
Or they had
them
way
in
too
New
much
York.
time on their hands. Probably.
Well, speaking of time, it's time for our next commercial break.
It sure the heck. Boy, this is flying this hour.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Where the heck did it go? Did you sabotage our show?
No, I'm not the one that turned the clocks back.
All right. Let's take a look at this from our sponsors at Shopify.
You're gonna die.
Ayun na, pre. Kaya siguro lagi nakatingin. Kasi yun na lamang ang magagawa. Inaabangan ako na mawala. Kaso lang ang malala. Nadapa, kakatingala.
Game?
Saka punta to the moon. Road trip. Vroom vroom. Skr skr. Zoom zoom.
You've made iHeartRadio the fastest growing music app in the U.S. Why? Because we connect you to all of your favorite music and radio stations in one free app. And this fall, prepare to take control of how you listen to the radio.
Replay.
That song on your radio you just can't hear enough? Immediately replay and sing along again.
Save.
Save the music you love on the radio directly to your playlist.
Play.
Search for and play any song on demand.
Skip.
Unlimited skips.
Offline.
Take the music from your favorite stations offline.
Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
And we're back with America's Best Popcast. What's the buzz? I'm Mad Dog DeCipio, joined by Amelia the Pitbull Chapman. Amelia, what's coming up tomorrow. What's coming up next week? What's
Well,
our
of course,
schedule looking like?
we're going to be doing another episode, but this time tomorrow is going to be about being thankful for what we have, getting because Thanksgiving.
Yep, no topic tomorrow night. We're just Amelia and I just going to sit down and tell everybody what we're thankful for.
Right.
And
then,
we need to do that.
Oh, absolutely we do, because something like that, tell people what we've been thankful for, what you have, and what you see what people don't have, and you want to make sure that they have what you have as well. Like a good meal, at least, just not just one day a year, but all around.
Having what I have maybe not be a good thing for everybody.
And then
maybe not so much.
You think so, huh? And then on the 27th
Be
and
careful what you ask for, Pitbull. You just might get it.
That's the 27th and 28th of November. We're going to be doing the Vatican, 2-part.
Yeah, the Vatican, a 2-parter next week.
Yes.
Pastor Steve will be back next week with us. Yes. This is going to be a fascinating discussion.
Monday's going to be different because it's going to be behind closed doors of the Vatican. Tuesday is going to be inside the Vatican. So it's going to be 2 totally different type of situations we're going to talk about.
Yes, absolutely. By the way, I have to tell everybody, I bought this beautiful all-purpose solid state plastic resin Santa, by the way, batteries included, for a $10 bill at one of my favorite places called At Home, and it's a great little store, and I highly recommend it. If you have one in your area, go visit At Home. They're not my sponsor, and they have not compensated me, but I love that store, and I'm a member of it, and I just I like promoting things that I like.
Oh yeah, you can find a lot of great things. I mean,
and if Two Rivers Coffee is listening, listen to me. I like your coffee.
Yeah.
And I want to promote it on my show.
And free coffee would be nice to him.
Yeah.
Possible.
I want to trade you sponsorship for promotional consideration. I want some free shit, okay? Just send me some stuff. I want coffee. Yeah. You need to get on that. You're my producer. You need to do that.
I'm getting on it. I promise. This is a busy week for me, so.
So I know it's a busy week for a lot of people. Thanksgiving's coming up this week.
Yeah.
What do you got planned? Are you doing dinner with the family?
Yes, my daughter's actually coming over with her fiance, and of course we're gonna.
Is that the one that works at the cigar shop?
Yes.
Good. Would you tell her she owes Uncle Angelo some fucking cigars?
Absolutely, Jennifer. If you're watching, you owe Uncle Angelo cigars.
Jennifer,
yes.
This is Uncle Angelo speaking. I want some cigars. I'll give you the damn money if I have to. I'll send your ass to Ybor City and get them for me.
And he knows which ones he wants. And then, of course, we'll be celebrating my birthday during that time as well. So it'll be kind of 2 things.
Amelia's birthday's Wednesday. Yep, it's the 22nd. It's JFK Day.
Oh, I know. That's the worst thing
to Assassination Day.
That's the worst thing to celebrate, right?
Bad timing, kid.
I know, it's horrible. So what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
Your birthday's overshadowed by the president's assassination.
Yes. And what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
Eat.
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 So I take it she's Mrs.
I'm going to my sister-in-law's, Anita's sister, invited us over to have because we were going to have it. First of all, it was a big ordeal to decide. Oh, are we going to make something? Are we going to go out? Are we going to cook? Are we going to what are we going to do? And that was the big thing. And every year we like last couple times, I think. Last year we made a turkey breast, which was delicious.
Yeah.
We didn't do the whole turkey, which was good because, there's only just like 3 of us here. Not many people at all. But we used to have house full before, but no, nobody's around anymore.
Yeah.
So and everybody's got their own houses. But we decided we're going to go over her sister's because she's going to, we're going to make some stuff. Oh, and then, my sister-in-law is going to make some stuff.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
And, we're going to chip in and we'll make this and she'll make that and blah, 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 blah. And anyway, Anyway, it's nice because we throw all the food together when we eat and
Everybody gets
pack
together,
some up and take
family,
some home and whatever the hell we do.
and spend time with family. That's the main thing too.
That's the main thing. Yeah. And eat.
Yes, and eat.
Eat.
And then here at my house, watch football.
Oh, speaking of watching stuff, tell everybody what's coming up in January.
January, I actually get my own show called Ring the Bell.
Yeah,
Wrestling is
should we give
back.
people a little heads up?
Sure, but I remember I said
You want to give them a
wrestling.
little? Do you? I mean, I'll do it if you want to.
Go for it.
I think it's here.
But remember,
I think I have
people,
to ring the bell spot.
it's wrestling, not sports entertainment. We're
Oh
going to
yeah,
talk
you
about
know what? Hold
wrestling.
on, I got it here. I found it. Yeah, I got your spot right here. Get on. Oh, in a minute, yeah. I found your spot. I just got to pull it up. Let me
Fantastic.
pull it up for you, kid.
And the first episode will be with the Iron Claw, the Von Erich movie. The true story.
Here's Amelia's Lou Open. Check this out. Watch. Well, just as soon as it loads up.
It loads up, yeah. And as I mentioned, we're going to
In the meantime, when does that movie come out? The Von
It's
Erich.
going to be on December 22nd, and the theaters has already started going to different places to promote the movie. You know, like red carpet stuff. They did it in Dallas already.
And it's called The Iron Claw, right?
The Iron Claw. It premieres December 22nd, and that's going to be our first show. And we'll talk about the movie, how, you know, the wrestlers that they had. Chavo Guerrero basically helped pretty much with everything, all the wrestling moves, got him trained and everything in the ring. And about the actors, we'll probably get a little bit of a background on how long it
Right.
took them to get to, you know, body weight. And I'm pretty sure that if you lift weights now, I'm pretty sure they're going to continue probably doing that, because once you start and get buffed up, you want to stay that way.
True, very true. We have I'm trying to remember. Man, you remember when we have Glenn Martin coming on?
It's going to be in January, from what I understand. It's going to be in the middle of January. Let's take a look. 'Cause I wrote that down somewhere. But it's going to be, let's see. We decided to do that, and I think it was, here's January the 8th. We're going to have him on a Monday.
It is January 8th. It sure the hell is.
Yes.
I'm looking right at. Sorry, folks. I'm looking right at the damn.
And it's like past his mind. But yeah, January the 8th, we're going to be doing something spectacular. We're going to be doing a little bit more different shows than what we had before, but kind of like the same, bringing back some same stuff that we were asked to bring back. So with that in mind, you can't know until next year, though.
Yeah. We have in January, January 8th is Elvis Presley's birthday. We are not doing an Elvis show this year. Nope, no more. We are all, sorry, folks. I love you all, but we're all Elvised out. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a little bit overdone. So we want to do something
a little overdone. Are you kidding me? Well, a little. Oh my God.
I wanted to be nice and say a little.
No, a lot overdone.
Well,
everybody and his
overdone.
brothers doing some Elvis shit. We are not. We have a remarkable film director coming on the show. He's a horror film director. And if you guys know the show and you know me, you know that I love horror movies. And we've had horror directors, a bunch of them on the show before. We have Glenn Martin coming on. Glenn is an amazing filmmaker who has access to some very, very top-notch names in the film business. And he's bringing, I'm not going to tell you who, but he's bringing some players with him.
Some heavy hitters, as they say.
As I like to say, the heavy hitters, yes. And we got a couple of nice ones coming on.
Yes.
January 8th. Just trust me, folks. I'm going to ask you to trust me. January 8th, mark it on your calendar. Glenn Martin, horror film director, and company. Let's put it that way, and company. Because we're going to have a couple of big ones. a couple of big ones that have between these two guys, they've got 60 film credits between the two of them. And I mean some box office. Okay? I'll give you one hint. On the dark side. That's your hint.
That's all he's going to give you. So until you have to tune in to find out.
That's your hint. That's your clue. No more. That's all you're getting. On the dark side. Amelia.
Yes.
Let me think. What else we got coming up here, kid?
Just that. And of course, we're going to be doing the wrestling show coming up as well. And the January 9th is going to be.
You want to show everybody your little clip here? I'll show them.
Did it download yet?
Oh, I'm ready. Oh, yeah. Now I'm ready because I got busy yapping my mouth over here talking. Here you go. This is the little promo, little teaser for Ring the Bell. Watch this. Ring the bell! What do you think of that promo?
I love it.
You like that one?
Oh, yes. It's fantastic.
Well, we'll use that for a little while.
Yeah, they got to see some of the wrestling matches that we're going to be talking. They get to see some of the wrestling matches we'll be talking about, because if you saw that, the clue, the way they were wrestling, that's when wrestling was wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here now, you can actually see the fake part of it. You can see when it's fake more than likely now, because I pay attention to that now more than ever.
Well, first of all, you'd be hard pressed to call it wrestling.
It is, yeah. People call it something else, and it's not wrestling anymore.
No,
not
sports entertainment, is that what they call it?
Yeah, that's what they call it, but it shouldn't, because
choreographed acrobatics.
Choreographed. There you go. Because they're going to tell each other, okay, you go here, you go there. We'll talk more about that to our audience.
Yeah, when the time comes around to ripping up the wrestling business, we'll do. Amelia will be kind, and I won't. So,
and I might not be as kind as well if I see something.
Really? What, the Pitbull's coming out? Really?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I gave you that name, the Pitbull, and you've been like a pussycat. Okay.
Not when it comes to certain things,
Yeah. No, give me a break. I gave you the greatest moniker, calling you the Pitbull, and here you're like a French poodle. Okay.
Oh well, I do stand up for certain things, so I am the Pitbull sometimes.
Well, you need to be the Pitbull all the time, damn it.
I'm going to be, especially with the wrestling, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with.
Hoping,
especially with the ladies wrestling, but we'll get more into that.
All right. Well, on behalf
of Santa,
on behalf of Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman, and my friend Santa, this is the Mad Dog. Except I'm not really a mad dog. I'm a big old pushover tonight. I got Santa. How can I be a mad dog with Santa?
Got to be good, for Santa's sake.
Exactly, right? Listen, we'll see everybody tomorrow night. Take care, folks. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.